There's not too many people on tonight. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes before I even say anything because I'll have to repeat myself. Well, there's 11 people in here now. Can you guys let me know if you can hear me okay? Hi, Christopher Page, Constitutional Northerner, Ray Morgan, the Upstate Prepper, Freaky Frank Booth. 2 more and we'll have a baseball team, exactly. No, it really doesn't matter. I just didn't want to start before everybody comes in because everybody asked, what did I miss? So, Mark Beirut. Okay, perfect. So, I've been super busy the last week trying to get everything with the gardens done. It's a little bit more of a pain in the butt than, hi, Bama fan. It's a little bit more of a pain in the butt than when you have like a rototiller and stuff. I do everything by hand, unfortunately. And for some reason, I'm not sure if it's because of the raspberry bushes around. That's the only thing I can think of that would put roots in my garden beds. But I've been having to dig roots out of the garden by hand all week, and it's a pain in the butt. So, hi, American and Doug Post, Prepper Cowboy. I just wanted to bring like a couple things up tonight. I'm a little disoriented because I have had so much going on. I just got done putting a bunch of meat away because our grocery store this week had a really decent sale on not only red meat, hi off the wall prepper, not only red meat like your roasts, your steaks, stew meats, stuff like that, but we had a really good price on chicken this week, and chicken has been really hard to find fresh here for the longest time up until recently, which I think it's going to become scarce again because I don't know if you guys know, but they're talking about in the news, we have some kind of highly pathogenic bird flu circulating in like 15 states, and they're having to call millions of birds again and destroy eggs. So that's going to be an issue again here soon. I don't know if you guys or any of you guys in any of the states that are affected by this bird flu they're talking about. Hi, Tamara. Off the wall prepper, Bama fan, drinks a lot of beer. 907 Bear. That's okay, off the wall prepper. I don't mind. I'm used to it. Hi, Campfire Chef. Oh, it seems like there's a little bit of lag in between, I guess, you guys hearing me and when I get your comments. Not sure why that's going on, but I apologize if the video's messed up because of that. We really do have this Bird flu here. Yeah, it's interesting the timing of all this because they were talking about this a while ago and then it went away and then all of a sudden there's a problem with it again in all these different states. They were killing birds and then they stopped and now they're doing it again. It's like, I'm not really sure what's going on with all that. But something I had to write it down, guys, so I don't forget. I'm so tired today. I'm just like wore out. So I don't really see too many people talking about pests during SHTF because what are you going to do? You can't call a pest control or anything like that. And it just so happens I've been busy all week. I haven't put many videos out because I've been doing stuff out in my garden, getting everything ready. I didn't plant anything yet into the dirt because obviously in Pennsylvania, we always have a snow or some kind of weird cold snap before it's time to plant and it would kill my plants. So that's just not smart. But I'm just getting everything ready so that I don't have much to do when it's time to put everything in the ground. It's just a lot of work because like I said, I do everything by hand and for some reason I have a lot of root growth in my garden beds. The one I know it's from my grapevine, but that's you know, not unusual. I just pull the roots that are spreading. The other one I'm not really sure and I'm starting to dig the other one. So I'm going to have 3 to take care of this year. But oh, I got off the subject. Pests. What are you going to do for pests during SHTF? Like doing all that this week and then I go into my bathroom the one morning I wake up and I see ants all over the inside of my shower and I was freaking out because I hate bugs. I absolutely hate bugs. I understand you come into contact with them when you're outside and it is what it is, but I don't want them in my house. And I realized I didn't have a whole lot of my ant bait that I use. And I'm not talking about Raid either. So I actually buy this stuff and it works really well. I just went and got 8 more boxes of this. I don't know if you guys ever used this before, but when you lay one down, I'll pull one out of the box for you. The end right here, you got to snip it off and lay it down wherever. It's safe for your pets if they were to accidentally get into it and obviously children, but my daughter's old enough to know not to touch things. But they swarm around the baits that you put down and take it back to their nest. And whenever they take it back to their nest, they start to die off. More will come, get more bait, and the ants that die, the other ants eat, and then it kills the whole colony. I have an issue with ants right around this time every year, and it drives me absolutely insane. I had to go through my kitchen to make sure that with everything going on right now, I forgot this was the time of year when I start to have a problem. But I had to go through and make sure there were no unsealed cereal boxes, anything that they can get into for a food source. Because if you have a food source out, they won't go after the bait. It's just a big pain in the butt. Been doing the same dang thing, actually just hung wasp traps. Yes, I mean, and I have a feeling it's gonna be a little extra this year when it comes to bugs. I need to go down and get another citronella plant because, you know, all of these genetically modified mosquitoes that were released. I'm a little leery about that too, as well. Ants hate bleach. Termidor XSC. I never heard of that before. I will definitely look into that. Yes, Bama fan. Pain in the arse. Luckily, I only have a problem with ants right around this time every year. Don't know exactly where they're coming in, but I have to regrout my bathroom. There's wee teeny tiny little they're like the size of a staple. Um, just maybe even smaller. They're real teeny tiny holes in my grout and they're coming out of there. So they're in my wall somewhere. Um, the last 3 days, I haven't seen any, so hopefully they're gone. But now I'm waiting for them to come into my kitchen. I've been seeing one here and there, but nothing crazy. Oh, get out of here, American. I'm not eating ants. I mean, if I was starving, maybe I would, but no, not right now. Ants are edible. You can do your part to stop climate change. Oh, yeah. No, thanks. I mean, maybe eventually, but not right now. Ant stew. Oh. You know what, off the wall prepper? I'm gonna challenge you to do a bug eating video. Clown. Yeah, yep, Jason. They want us to eat bugs, so I'm not in any rush to start doing that sooner than, when we have to. I'm an ant murderer. Oh no. Tamara, thank you. Yes, exactly. It doesn't, that's not very appetizing to me. However, if I had to, then I guess I probably would. I don't off the wall prepper. I've been like MIA the last week and a half because I've been doing so much stuff around my house and kind of reorganizing things. I haven't reorganized my freezer in a really long time, so I was doing that. And then the last 2 days, I have been portioning, packaging, vacuum sealing meats, putting it in the freezer, and got rid of some stuff that was not, it was very, very old actually. There was like maybe one or two containers of ground meat that were a little freezer burned. However, I didn't throw them away, but my doggies ate good that night. Trapped them and roasted them and put sour cream dip mix on them. Oh my. So, I know everybody has been following, well, maybe not so much. The whole Russia-Ukraine thing, I kind of just given up on. I'm not really buying into any of it. More concerned, like I say to people all the time under their videos, like about our dollar collapsing. And I know it's kind of in the process of doing that right now. I just want to know where the central bank digital currency comes into play in all of this. Because when you look back in history and kind of see what they did back then, um, they changed the currency and people didn't have a choice. So I'm wondering, are people's money that's left into banks, because I know a lot of people didn't take all of their money out of the bank, is that going to be rolled into the CBDC? I don't know. I've been kind of looking into that because I feel like something's going to go on with that by the end of this year. Probably sooner, but I'm just giving myself a little bit of time forward. Yeah, Prepper Cowboy. I agree. I agree. Oh, Bama fan. I'm not a Q follower, so I'm I I can't comment on that. But there's also I had to write stuff down so I don't forget, guys. I just can't see because there's not good lighting down here. Interview with okay. So another thing, I saw something interesting today, and I don't know if any of you guys are following this. Anything? CNN reports. Yeah, exactly. A American. But anyways, I saw today, and now mind you, I've said this about all mainstream media that I kind of take everything they say with a grain of salt, but I did see something that was interesting, which was the fact that so somebody from Fox did an interview with Netanyahu, and he was talking about how this administration's lifting sanctions and striking a nuclear deal with Iran. Are any of you guys following that? Now that um, if that is true, is a little concerning. Yeah, exactly, Todd. Exactly. They will willingly accept anything and beg for the new currency when they can't feed their families. Off the wall prepper, so much going on and so much BS. Look at this stuff from all angles. I know. I know. It's like I can't even keep up anymore. And then like I took off from doing videos for like a week and a half. And then today when I like dove back into things, I'm like, holy cow. There's just, you know, shite everywhere. Jason, so do you think that that is fear tactics too? I'm just curious. I mean, I just saw that and it was worth looking into. I just didn't get a chance to look into it because it was already getting pretty close to 8 o'clock. And I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to do a live, I need to hop on and do a live. No, off the wall prepper. I wasn't in time out again. I just was getting 3 garden beds ready. I'm not even finished with the third. I have to finish digging that out. Doing pest control in my house because I'm having an ant problem. Reorganizing my freezer and cupboards. Just, you know, a lot of stuff. Right, Tim Ryan. Right. You're absolutely right. And I just I don't know what to think. Like how it's gonna like this whole thing is gonna play out. I really need to look more into I did kind of see earlier that they're talking about a lot of people are going to start selling off their crypto. And I'm not sure if that's because of the order that he signed a couple weeks ago. I'm not really sure. The only problem with watching CNN is my boots only go mid calf high. Yeah, exactly. A American. Right, Stephen. Exactly. People will willingly accept anything, and I think I said that in 1 or 2 videos a while ago, where they will willingly do whatever they have to do to get back into their comfort zone again, you know? The only thing that I'm, thinking too is now, mind you, the news reports this is going back to the first subject I was talking about, which was the bird flu. They say that it's highly unlikely that, um, it would spread to humans, but with the situation where, fear is wearing off in some areas, don't need to comment on what I'm talking about, I'm sure you guys all know what I'm talking about. Um, I think it would be something that they would, push, saying that it could jump to humans easier, they didn't know a lot about it, this and that, their usual, um I just foresee them saying that this is more virulent and it can spread to humans. And the thing about that is, when you really go back and look on I don't even know if I can say this. If you look on, websites, certain websites, it says that they added a lot of different quarantinable diseases on it. I'll just say that. Absolutely, Todd, absolutely. Robert R. So the thing about that is I thought that too at first, and then when you really dig around and look into things, he was supposed to be leading the way for the WEF. Um, so there was something he signed into October 21st, 2021, and he was going to be leading the way technologically. So, not sure what to think about that, but I think that they're all working together, to be honest with you. Hello, Anonymous Prepper. Hello, think for yourself. Oh, thank you, Felicia Ash. Uh, Good to have you on board. How am I supposed to ask them, Jason? Hi, think for yourself. Six-pack American people, a storm is coming. No, it's not. Hey, man, you can think what you want, but I really hope you're not caught with your pants down and get your ass burned. but most of those who got the McBean, yep. Oh, I'm trying to read a comment and it's going a little too fast. Oh no, Felicia Ash, you've been stuck on a train for 6 hours and all the bathrooms are closed. Never had to go so bad in my life. How are they closing bathrooms and not letting how are they not letting customers go to the bathroom or transportees, whatever you call yourselves? Six-pack American, yes, I believe Q is fake as well. I'm not a Q tard, and I'm sorry. Excuse me if any of you follow him. That's what I call his followers. I apologize, but it's just, it is what it is. You are a sheep. Jesus is your shepherd. Awesome. Do I see Ukraine turning into another Vietnam? I'm not really sure, Hill County Prepper. As I said before, I don't know if you were in here. I kind of stopped following all of that because there's things going on here that are going to be I know it sounds insensitive, but you know, I'm more worried about what's going on here. I'll just say that. Yeah, Skip, you know, when that first started and there was a lot of buzz about Q, I was just kind of observing what was going on. I never joined in, never talked to any of those people. I was just kind of reading what was going on with that. And I thought at first it was some sort of psyop. I wasn't sure, but I kept watching and I'm like, this is definitely something's not right with this. I don't follow it. I never did get into it. I thought it was all a bunch of BS from the get-go, but like I'm one of those people and I always tell everybody keep an open mind with everything and use your own discernment and then go from there. And I just right off the bat I had a feeling something was up with it and I just yeah, I mean, really think about it. Think about it. You got people on, you know, no. I'm sorry if any of you follow it, but I just no. Q has put a lot of people down a huge rabbit hole. Yeah, exactly. It's all a big mind F. I know, Seth and Bear. I know. I know. Robert R., when you say research, investigate, are you talking about with the Q stuff or something else? Oh, Raw Food Writer, are you talking about the video that I put up? I'm not really sure what you're talking about. Are you talking about the video that I put up like a day or so ago with music playing in the background? It's kind of just like headlines playing or information coming on the screen. Todd, yeah, I agree. I totally respect what they're doing, but I don't think it's going to do anything or change anything. Right, off the wall prepper, right. I think I can't say it on here. I kind of been trying to do that, connecting dots, and it's starting to come together. But some things I can't, say on here, and I can probably upload it to Rumble maybe. But there's some things that are kind of meshing together and makes sense, like why one thing's going on and why another thing's going on, and oh, that would all benefit all of those points, if that makes sense. Does anybody remember the Indian guy just seeing your house? Trust the plan? No. I don't remember that 907 Bear. If you're talking about somebody that was a Q where I never really got into it after I was like, this is total BS. Six Pack American. You're on Rumble also. That's good. SD Mountain Man. Unfortunately, I only have like 77 followers over there, so it's like I don't really like to post videos on there because I feel like a lot of people aren't going to see it, but I'm gonna, you know, I post stuff anyways just because it doesn't really matter. It's out there. Let me see this before the Yeah. So, I don't know if you guys have seen what I put out on my backup channel. I found a lot of information on the big farm guy. So I have more information I need to put out in another video. Like I said, I just kind of took a break for a week and a half. So I'm going to get back into it this week. Tomorrow, I might do like a recorded video or something like that. But I have to do testing for my daughter because there's 6 days left until the 9 weeks is over, and then she rolls over into her last 9 weeks. Yep. Off the wall prepper, it is 100%. Oh, thank you very much. Think for yourself. I hope you have a lovely night too. You have but 2 friends you watch? Yeah, Freaky Frank Booth. I seems that way, doesn't it? Yeah, there were some very interesting things going on right when things first started, and, again, I gotta put that in another video. But you're definitely, correct off the wall prepper. I think I talked about everything that I wanted to bring up, aside from the ant problem. Oh, these are other problems that, are common. I don't have a problem with mice, but I know there's a lot of people that do. You might wanna make sure you guys get, any kind of mouse traps or any kind of traps that you're gonna need if you have a problem with them in your area, if you live in the wooded area and you get field mice, and, I personally sometimes, every once in a while, if I go pick up a bag of onions or potatoes and I don't put them in my refrigerator right away, I'll get a couple fruit flies from the store or from a farmer, like a farmer's market. And it's usually when I get them from a farmer's market, I get the fruit flies and I cannot get rid of them. So I just bought a shit ton of those sticky traps that you hang up, and I hope I don't have an issue with them this this summer, because it took forever to get rid of them last summer. Freaky Frank Booth. I can agree with you on that. Don't hate the guy, but um, when you follow them closely, you find, some things that they do that are questionable, which I have. I don't know. I never really talked about this before, but I used to be part of a group, and they were called EMF Warriors. We used to try to raise awareness about the dangers of EMF. And at the time, they wanted me to speak and go around the state here and, talk to crowds of people, which I hate doing, which is why I was reluctant on making a YouTube anyways. But my daughter at the time, she was 2 years old, and when you're breastfeeding, it's really hard to be able to go anywhere for long periods of time. So if I'm traveling, hours and hours away, I wouldn't be able to leave her. So I wasn't able to do that. And when Trump was in office, I was very upset at the big push for G and all of the things that the FCC were doing. So that was something that raised one of my red flags with him. And of course, there's a few other things. But I don't really know what to say about that because I will say that our country was a little bit doing a little bit better when he was in, but that could have all been part of the plan as well. So who knows? You know, presidents aren't, I can't even say that word on here. They're selected. I'll just say that. It is a lot lately in some places. I know, Jason. I know. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's true, Freaky Frank. Yeah. But I mean, really, who isn't corrupt these days? Really? I mean, think about it. So, Todd, I don't know if you saw, I don't know what channel I put it on, if it was my backup or my regular channel, but they are talking about us having a paper shortage, and that's going to affect ballots and maybe making that process digital with biometrics. So, other countries are doing this, and I see us following suit. Absolutely, Southwest Ohio prepper. Well, thanks for stopping in, SD Mountain Man. Have a great supper. Yep, Tim Ryan. Mm-hmm. Bama fan. Um, I can tell you that there are printing companies having trouble getting paper in. So something's definitely going on, whether it's intentional or not. But they're saying that, you know, about the digital selecting. Pretty much. I mean, they want to digitize everything. Everything. So, and it like everything going on right now is kind of aiding and pushing everything in that direction, if you really look and think about it. So, well, I mean, absolutely, Goblin Life, it's always that way. Somebody always, other than themselves, get the blame. So, I mean, that's to be expected. It's going to be blamed on someone, no matter what. You know what, Freaky Frank? Aircraft part shortage will shut down airlines this summer. I could see that. I mean, how could they even afford to run planes at the rate well, I guess jet fuel's different. Um, that's something I don't know anything about. Does anybody know, um, what jet fuel is made out of? What planes run on? Wouldn't that be affected by the issues with oil and gas right now? Well, thank you, Freaky Frank Booth. Nickels are worth 8.5 cents. Oh, raw food writer, it's funny you bring that up because I was just talking about this with A American, his wife, the other day. That pennies before 1985, I think it was, are worth like as much as a quarter or more. And, you know, the coins are worth more than they were, you know, back then. Okay, Todd, 1983. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. I just happened to be reading an article and I'm like, hey, did you hear that these coins are worth more than what, you know? Dan Greider has a great channel. 110 octane jet fuel is complicated and highly toxic. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know a whole lot about that stuff and any kind of mechanics stuff. I have a friend who is a mechanic and I'm like, "Hey, if I have a question, I'll just ask him." You will have nothing and like it, let them eat cake. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's you know, seems to be what they're planning. Oh, and speaking of like, what's going on with our dollar and everything right now. I got an email from my bank today saying they were having a loan sale. Really? I mean, what exactly is a loan sale? I mean, I've never borrowed money or taken a loan out. I've always just paid for my stuff. Never, except for once, and I paid it off right away. I never really owned any credit cards. Um, I just am not interested in borrowing money. I'll do without, pay for what I am saving for, and then whatever. But my bank emailed me saying that, "Oh, do you need to pay this off? Do you need to pay that off? We're having a big loan sale." Like, no, prepper cowboy, yeah. I have a bunch of rolled change that I'm keeping. I gotta, like, bust them open now and look and see if I have any pennies before 1980, 3 or whatever. Exactly. exactly, Ali Nunya. Oh, wow, wasn't that something? I didn't even think about that. We have a dollar about to crash. You can't pay your loan, and they put a lien on your property. Interesting. I wonder how many other people are getting emails where their banks are having a loan sale. So, Todd, you say you can buy copper eagles as well. So, obviously, metals, especially copper, is valuable. I'm just curious as to how valuable, because my brother's an electrician, okay? And they have scrap wire, like pieces of wire. And he was like, he used to let my son strip it and then go take it to the junkyard or wherever it was that my brother would take him to turn it in and get money for it. And he has boxes and boxes of scrap wire that he uses, on jobs and stuff like that. He doesn't throw it away. So I'm wondering if that will be even more so valuable here in the future. Oh, I'll have to check that out. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Raw food writer. I don't really know a whole lot about coin history or anything like that. I just happened to read something that day that was pretty interesting. Yeah, and Jason M. Schmidt, we were actually having like issues here in Pennsylvania where people were breaking into homes, like homes that weren't occupied or nobody resided in, and they were stealing copper piping and all kinds of like crazy other stuff. So, I don't know, guys. I just Oscar Reyes, you said, my God. What do you mean? Oh, Jason Schmidt, it's already happening here. Uh, people are stealing catalytic converters here. Don't forget about lead. What about lead? My subs are teaching me something today. The one mostly. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Allie, I watched a couple local news stories where people were parking over top of those, I don't know what they're called, them plugs where the gas trucks will come in and pump the gas down into. People were actually stealing gas out of those. Crazy. People are going around town here. Well, I don't live in town, but around the neighborhoods here, I should say, because I don't even live in the city. Um, and they're actually stealing people's gas. I said that in a previous video. We've been having trouble with that for a while. Oh, you work for a house? Sorry, I'm having trouble reading your comment, Oscar. Oh, crazy horse, that's so mean. Freaky Frank Booth, you crack me up. Cigarettes and liquor. That'll definitely be a good barter. Absolutely. I know I'm probably going to need one. Quite a few whenever stuff hits the fan. You keep your gas tank below a quarter of a tank. Now, what are you going to do if the gas stations run out of gas? Absolutely, Bama fam, they will be. Okay, well, that makes sense then. Probably Revelation. It's okay, Oscar. I I write typos too. So, oh, Todd, I've been following that for a long time, actually. But I will go check out the channel. I haven't been watching, except for my usual. I haven't really been watching too much YouTube because I've been too busy. And then when I sit down and plop my butt down on the couch and it's time to relax, I end up falling asleep shortly after. So, yeah, actually, I a friend of mine gave me an idea to buy the bag tobacco, and you can buy those hand rollers to roll cigarettes. So, that would be something worth getting, right? You have a blessed day too, Oscar. Is that what you smoke, Bama fan, Marlboro Reds? Perhaps they will close the gas stations in a state of emergency to keep people in the cities. Oh, maybe. You could be onto something there, Jason. Absolutely revelations. I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Hello, Mark Bottoms. True, Todd, true. Hello, Mark Bottoms, and okay. I already said hello to you. You can't buy. I Ali, Nanya, do you really think that tobacco would grow in uh Pennsylvania? Well, I really don't. Doesn't that have to be in a really hot climate? Oh, absolutely, Revelation. Absolutely. I hate driving anywhere. I mean, for God's sake, 2 I think it was my 2 lives ago, I was just we don't really eat much fast food here, but my daughter wanted a Happy Meal, and, once in a blue moon is okay. We were right by there, and I had to go to the bank, so I was just sitting in a parking lot, stopped in a drive-through, and somebody slammed into the back of my car. So you're not even safe parked. So I completely agree. Mark Bottoms. I know. Just saw that. Isn't that convenient? And also, potatoes go into Europe. So all those people, and then that. So I don't know. It's funny you mentioned that, but yeah, revelation. Mhm. Prepper cowboy. Agree. 100%. I don't know. He might forget where he's going. What do you think, Mark Bottoms? Revelation, are you one of the subs that are from Pennsylvania too? Because if so, we have a pretty big Amish community out here. You thought I meant an actual potato going to Europe. No, I'm referencing somebody. Goblin Life, no, they're not. Um, there's just a little bit of YouTube drama going on right now. And um, I really don't want to say too much, but you know, people make very broad comments sometimes that cover a large swath of people and aren't very clear when they make comments. And I guess even sometimes subscribers give you a hard time. I'm not really sure. They're not mad. actually perfectly fine. You know, you'll have to ask them. I know, Mark Bottoms. I try to stay out of it. I come on here to just kind of give and get information and try to leave the rest of the bullshit out of it because we deal with enough bullshit on a daily basis because we're always rolling with some sort of punch that's coming through, right? Do you agree? Oh, absolutely. Goblin Life. They're perfectly fine. Amish, Jason. Amish. Romania handing out 30 million radiation pills. Interesting. Exactly, Jason M. Schmidt. I don't think so, Revelation. I don't think regular citizens could. But maybe. I don't know. That's a good question. I'll have to look into that. Oh, speaking of tornadoes, I thought I shared a post on my community tab, but I don't know if I did that. Ryan Hall, y'all. He's that weather dude that's really funny. He does pretty accurate weather reporting. There was some big tornado outbreak in the mid to southern states. We have a Mennonite store. Awesome. Also try LDS canneries. Oh, I definitely will. Check it out. Amish life is looking really good right now. I agree. They probably will be. They probably will be, Revelation. Still on Cloud 9. Absolutely. Freaky Frank Booth. Definitely get right with God. Yes, it's happening right now. Headed my way in southeast Bama. Well, I hope you Mark Bottoms. The first thing they would do is smash your phone. Probably. Absolutely. Prices are great. I'm just curious though. Okay, so raw food writer, you got free iodine pills. Like what do you think's gonna happen? Are you guys worried that there's going to be a nuclear strike here? Do you think? I mean, because that's like the last thing on my mind. I don't now I could see if something were to happen with our grid and maybe one of the hundreds of nuclear plants that we have here on the East Coast would melt down. Now that could present a problem. But realistically, I don't foresee anything going on with the Russia-Ukraine thing and it affecting us. Um, Now if this Iran deal goes through, I don't know, you know? Well, that's awesome, Freaky Frank Booth. Just bought a half a cow. Oh, yeah. I've done that before, and we have a quarter of one. Um, Only because I don't need that much right now. Yeah, Bama fan. Maybe. I don't know. I like to be optimistic. Yeah, very true, Brush. I agree. Um, couldn't hurt to put some away. It's printed on the $100. Hmm. Is that where they fold it a certain way and you can see things? Dirt Man, is that what you're talking about? Does it show a specific monument or something? Oh, I believe it, Revelation. Raw Food Writer, which one do you live by? You don't live by the 3 Mile Island one, do you? Freaky Frank Booth, agree. Peter Piper, yep, that's what I think too. Think so too. Well, Mark Bottoms, I sure hope not, because I have a lot of family down there. Oh, okay. You're surprised somebody hasn't destroyed the Georgia Guidestones. Yeah. Um, Me too. You know what's sad though? A whole lot of people don't even know what those are. Allie. Oh, I'm sorry. Raw food writer. You have lots of friends down there. Yeah, I sure hope nothing happens in South Florida. That's true. Prepper cowboy. Oh yeah, 907 Bear. I mean, look at ooh, I gotta be careful what I say. Paradise. You're in Orlando, Todd. I have a friend in Orlando. I've known her since kindergarten. Yeah, yeah, Revelation. You're probably right. Yeah, Jason, I think you might be right with that one. If they had nukes, they would have shoved them up every bullfrog's ass they could find. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Are you really guns coast to coast? Are you going to visit somebody special? Oh, well, that's pretty cool. Well, you are lucky. You better take some pictures and post them because it's so beautiful there. My aunt went to go visit there, and it was definitely a sight to see. Freaky Frank Booth. Atlantic City, in Maryland or New Jersey? Because there's two. Oh, awesome. Revelation, you're on a roll tonight. I've never really actually went and visited Jersey. I have a coworker that is from there and he doesn't really like it either, which is why he moved away. When you go to Florida, you drool for gator tail. I've had alligator. No, I haven't had alligator. I'm thinking of something else. Never had gator. So, hey, Freaky Frank. Don't be hating on people that eat gluten-free because I have to. I don't have a choice. You've never seen the Atlantic, Jason. I'm assuming you're from the West Coast. Yeah, Jason. It sucks, but and I do cheat, but man, do I pay for it. I pay for it. Of course, Frank. Of course. Hello, Paradigm 12. Yes, I actually had a friend that was vegan, and yes. Oh, yes, Pepper Cowboy. Revelation's definitely killing it tonight, making me laugh. Oh. Oh no, Todd, you'll have to send me that over an email because I can't open Twitter up on my laptop. It has to be on my phone. So if you send me an email, I can open up what you just sent me, that Twitter link. So it is a little after 9 though, guys, and I am gonna hop off because I gotta get my kiddo to bed in about 15 minutes. So, I just want to thank you all that hung out the whole entire time that my live was going on because I've been on for almost an hour and a half now. And I will put out regular videos the rest of the week where I'm actually talking and it's not, music and shots of an article. But I do that whenever I can't get on and talk because whenever I'm teaching during the day, if I get an important notification that goes off in my phone, I throw one together real quick and just put it out there so you guys can see it. Oh, thanks, Freaky Frank. But yeah, so thanks again, guys, for coming on, and I will see you again before the weekend's over. I'll do another live as well as some videos. So you guys have a good night, and I will see you soon.